Hello and welcome to the Netflix and Chill podcast, the podcast where two unqualified young men attempt to critique a randomly chosen film on Netflix. In an attempt to make this as simple as possible, we have devised a profoundly complex process of semi-randomising the results. Each week we'll draw a rating and genre from a hat, then each man will select two films from a database that meet the criteria. These four films then go into a hat again, and we randomly select one to watch that week. And then chill. Hello, welcome to the Netflix and Chill podcast. I'm James.
And I'm Dan.
So last week we watched and reviewed In Your Eyes, which was a questionable one, so feel free to go back and listen to that episode. And we also picked out Limitless to watch, which is what we're going to review or discuss right now, this week. So this is a film that we've both seen before. So the first episode, we hadn't seen the film. No, first three episodes, we hadn't seen the film. But this one we had, and I'm guessing quite a lot of you have seen the film as well. So we're not going to go too deep into the plot or anything like that because it's a pretty big, well-known film.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2011. What genre did it come under? It came under sci-fi, but it's not really sci-fi.
Yeah, it's a woos.
Yeah. But yeah, do you want a quick overview, I guess, of...
Yeah. So this is 2011 film, rated 4.5 star on Netflix, I think.
Yeah.
It's directed by Neil Berger.
Great name.
Yep.
It came up and I was like, Neil.
Yep. First
Berger.
thing I wrote down.
Yeah.
It stars Brad Cooper as Eddie Mora.
Yeah.
Who is a fail? Well, he's not a failing writer who is sort of rough, down on his walk,
kind of an alcoholic.
Yeah,
just he's got a book deal, but he's not written anything for it. So I guess he's got some sort of talent.
Yeah, he's generally in a downward spiral, I guess.
Yeah, girlfriend splits up with him. Yeah,
Windy. That is played by Abby Cornish.
Cornish. It's just full of savoury food names. Yeah. This film.
Yeah. And he encounters Vern, who is his ex-brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Who is a drug dealer. But he's sort of high up.
Well, he's so he was a drug dealer, but he's got into pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
But basically, selling stuff before it's tested, but I guess he's got a job there.
Yeah.
I was just kind of is that like the logical next step from being a drug dealer, just to kind of get a job in a pharmaceutical company? Like, he's like on your CV, I dealt crack for 10 years.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get a job selling medicine.
I guess if you can sell, you can sell. So Vern gives Eddie a mysterious tablet saying that it's been approved by the government and
it's gonna come out
FDA.
Yeah.
And that it's
gonna
legit.
It's going to be out on the street.
Then Eddie takes this drug and...
Hammer away.
Yeah, we're off on the mystical journey.
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of gives it away as soon as he takes it that this pill, like he says, lets you access the other 8% of your mind. Is it? Yeah, 8% of your mind that you can't access anyway. So, what I thought was like quite funny and true in a way. The first thing he does basically after taking the pill is use these powers to have sex with his landlord's wife. Like, classic first thing you do. So you have all this memory access and everything like that. She's like, I get.
Do you think that was a conscious choice though? Because he later says that when he's on NZT, the drug, that he has to move forward. He has to do something. Otherwise, he feels like he's. I can't remember what he says.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
So, do you think decisions like that, like just achieving things on even the level of like just sleeping with his landlord's wife. Do you think he consciously made that decision, or do you think that is the drug pushing him to achieve?
I don't know. I think I think he saw the opportunity. He could see the opportunity and took it. Like, he made a conscious decision, because at that point, he's just got the access, so he's got everything. Every option is in front of him, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then, I thought as well. So next thing he does after that, then he cleans his apartment, doesn't he? And I kind of thought, you've just got. I mean, obviously, maybe he's not fully conscious of what he's doing, but you've just got all this access, and you need to write this book, and it's like, this is what I need to do. And the first thing you do is like clean your apartment. Well, I just kind of thought, like,
he explains that because when he takes the drug, his awareness is enhanced.
Yeah.
And what he does is, the first thing he does is he walks into his apartment and notices the state of the apartment.
Yeah.
So I think that justifies the. I know what you mean, but I think that's something I have experienced. You know, you walk into your room and you just think, my God, I want to throw everything out.
I also wondered if they got a bit of influence from Sherlock, the series. Because when he's with certain people, like with that woman, it's like, notices the corner of the book on the table, blah, blah, blah. It's drawing from the series where it's like
that's
deduction and stuff like
deductive thinking.
Yeah, so I wonder if they saw that, and I mean, it could be a bit of influence, I don't know.
He does that a
out.
few times throughout the film.
Certain people.
Should say as well, it's something I like about the production, some very good use of colour. When we first meet Eddie, everything's sort of drab and grey.
Oh, yeah.
Boring. And then once he takes the pill, he himself notices the colour becoming enhanced in the room and everything. That comes throughout the film, and it's quite subtle. Interesting technique.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so I mean, after that, so is it, he has that one pill, and then he writes the book, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So then does he write all the whole book, or does he write the first?
He writes a chunk of it.
Yeah. So he does that, then he goes back to Vern and finds him dead.
No, well, he doesn't find him dead at first. He walks in and asks for more pills. Yeah. And then Vern tells him to go out and get some food and get his suit. Yeah. And then Eddie returns to Vern's apartment and he's dead on the couch. That scene, I think, very Pulp Fiction. Yeah. In its sort of comedy.
With the body just there.
Yeah, just sitting there, very Tarantino. Idea, really.
Yeah, so he finds like the pills, basically. Sasha pills that the people were looking for that killed Vern. He finds them in the oven.
Yeah.
But found them a bit easy, I thought. And then obviously the police come. But you think if he was there at a murder scene, you'd be searched, even though he's got a big bag of pills in his back. Because he goes back to the station, but you wouldn't have to give in, like...
Not if you're not arrested.
No, but he must be a suspect. I know he rang up, but I thought he should have been searched.
Yeah, maybe, but...
That was only a niggle.
Yeah,
the thing is, because I like the film, watching it another time with a more like analytical, I'm like, oh, what's that bit there? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I was watching it on my own, I'd just be like, yeah, well, pills and that. Yeah.
So then, moving on with the plot, Brad Coops. like I know him. Eddie has this sort of vision of what he can achieve with life with these pills, and he can use them to... Well, we don't really get told what he wants, but he sort of has this grand conception of this idea. And he decides that he's going to get into the stock game.
Yeah, I guess so. He just kind of becomes like your classic kind of American stockbroker like stereotype, like...
Yeah, except he's sort of cheating.
Yeah, he obviously like cheating, but I mean when he's like on the holidays abroad and like he slicks his hair back suddenly and he's in the car and the suit. Cool. Yeah, suddenly buys a leather jacket straight away. And,
Eddie Mora becomes Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he gets involved with Carl Van Loon, who was played by Robert De Niro, who is this sort of business magnate.
Yeah, like big tycoon guy.
Yeah. And basically gets a job with him.
Pretty much, yeah, he gets the job, but he's got to prove himself. So he's got to because he's obviously he's started making all this money out of nowhere on the stock market, and he kind of doesn't go unnoticed. So he kind of works his way into the industry and gets his like big shot. So what happens after that? After that, you just kind of he goes straight into just starts to skip time straight after that, doesn't he?
I think that sort of happens at the same time because he ends up on a bridge. Is it the Brooklyn Bridge? I don't know. I don't know New York. Architecture very well. He ends up partying all night. He goes to a hotel room with a woman. Important plot note.
And she dies.
And then in the morning, when he's supposed to be meeting Van Loon to give him his assessment of the situation with the merger with Clive Atwood, who is a fellow business tycoon who we don't really ever meet.
No.
And he wakes up on the bridge and he can't account for the last 18
but he's also
hours.
been like, he notices that he's skipping time at this point, so he'll be like 20 blocks further along in New York. There's some quite good camera work. Well, is it camera work? I don't know. Where it's just like the camera's moving forward and just like makes me feel a bit like, ooh. I watched it, but it was quite good. Like,
it's a bit kaleidoscope.
Like
effect, except you just go
going forward. Yeah, so that was quite cool. I like that. So that happens, but then that's when he runs out of NZT, isn't it?
Yeah. He realises that he's not got any,
which I thought was a bit like, you'd know. You're running low, you'd know.
I guess maybe I'd.
Because I thought, I mean, obviously, for the plot of the film, you can't be like, I'm running low. Oh no, I'm running low. You know what I mean? But like, it's kind of thing where, that happens, and he starts to, he has a big meeting with De Niro. What? I can't remember his character.
Van Loon.
Yeah, Van Loon. But then obviously he's off the NZT, so he's just back to normal intelligence or whatever, and kind of flakes that meeting completely. Just kind of
throws up outside.
Yeah.
And he also notices on the news that the woman that he went to a hotel room with the previous night has been found dead.
Yeah. But he also noticed before that the guy that ends up following him, he was behind him in that corridor.
Yeah.
But he never explains that, like, what happened there.
Well, he murdered that woman.
I know, but he was right behind him in the corridor. And he went in his room and, like, he obviously had sex with her or whatever, and left. Was a man just waiting outside? I don't know.
Well, his attorney later says that he's lucky because somebody cleaned the hotel room of any evidence. So there's no evidence against Eddie.
Yeah.
So that must have been
that guy.
I don't even think he has a name.
No, I don't know his name.
It must have been him.
But yeah, so then that's where it turns. The film kind of changes from obviously taking the pills, all these new opportunities and whatever, into him realising that everyone that stopped taking the pills has gotten really sick.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't get approved by the FDA. And it's just like him essentially needing more pills and kind of finding out what's going on with that.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
He meets his ex-wife, Melissa.
Yeah, who's Vern's sister. And she's also taking the pills, but is off pills and is sick as well.
Yeah. So it gets this sort of race against time feel to it now.
Yeah.
Where Eddie is trying to find a solution to his problem of maybe death.
Yeah. And at this point, he's gotten back with the girlfriend that he splits up in the first scene.
Lindy.
And essentially, so the guy that had been following Eddie, the guy that killed the girl, was following Eddie, ends up following his girlfriend because he tells her to find the stash of pills. And I quite like the scene where she takes the pill and just kind of slices his face open with the kid and just kind of...
Yeah, that's some... Yeah, that was quite a good... I like the ice skate.
Yeah, exactly. Just
thing, yeah.
I felt bad for the guys that try and defend her and then just get sliced up straight away. Yeah. Like, I was like, these two nice guys that are trying to help out. Like,
yeah, that was a bit of a downturn for those guys. So this is that's an interesting moment because she is hiding in a bunch of rocks, not a rock formation.
Central Park, innit? Like,
yeah, she's in, and she just takes the pill. So, do you think the pill dissolves, or do you think you have to swallow it?
I don't know, because the gangster guy, the Russian gangster guy, he like puts it in his mouth and taps his throat as if to like gets down his throat.
Yeah, because in that situation, if I was Windy in that situation, I would be screwed because I have to. I have to have a bit of water with pills. So,
sorry, Eddie.
If I was in that situation, the stalker guy would have walked around the corner and seen me with my head tilted back, desperately trying to gag him. He would not have been a pretty sight for me.
So yeah, I mean, the thing is, obviously we've been talking through the plot. There's quite a few things happening at once, so it's hard to explain. Really, I feel like we're going a bit everywhere, but
yeah, we're sort of skating over some things.
Essentially, is he Russian? The gangster guy,
Gennady.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's actually Russian, but he's
Eastern European kind of thing. So he has one of the pills. Eddie owed him money. He kind of wants more pills now. Van Loon is kind of out of the picture, but he's kind of in the back of Eddie's mind because like he now wants to get money, get off the pills, get money, essentially.
Yeah.
Be off. And
there's also hints here at Clive Atwood.
Yeah.
What his story and why he is this non-present.
Yeah. And I can't remember if when I watched it, if I knew, because he's on NZT, obviously.
Atwood.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah. But I don't know if I caught, because I've watched it this time, I was like, oh yeah, he's on that. I don't know how early I caught it last time.
Yeah, I don't think I caught that.
Yeah. And you only find that out when you see Mill, really, you kind of find out that he's... Because Van Loon says, where was he 2 years ago? Nowhere. Like, how's he doing this, essentially?
Yeah.
And Eddie doesn't know either, but essentially they're both just...
Yeah, Atwood is sort of Eddie Mark 1.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. But yeah, you see Atwood like ill. We don't see him. You get the back of him, no? You don't even...
Yeah, we see him walking once with a cane.
Yeah.
So
obviously he's feeling the effects of NZT, and that's what Eddie's gonna come into.
So something. What do you think about the mental effects of this drug? Because we see Eddie very paranoid. He grows progressively more paranoid, and that is when he's off the drug.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a reversal, because if you take something like weed, people say it makes you paranoid. But with this, there's a reversal where
when he's off it.
Yeah, his mental state is worse when he's off it. Not just because of the intelligence, but he's developed a paranoia about being followed and his access to the drug.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
I think it's that, and then I think also, I mean, obviously he is being followed and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
But obviously he's ill as well, so I think he's just desperate on his last legs, essentially.
Yeah, which is usually where you see like a heroin addict.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Usually.
It is like, it shows it quickly how it's like as soon as you're off it, it's like, right, you're just gonna be ill now, and just like,
yeah, there's a definite dependence on it.
Yeah.
So as well, another point I bring up is, So Melissa's story is that she works. I can't remember what her job is, but she works like a standard job. She starts taking the drug and gets her a promotion above her boss.
Yeah.
And then once she begins to withdraw from NZT, she starts to collapse, basically.
Yeah.
She can't focus and can't function, basically.
Yeah.
So, is there not a way out of this for Eddie? Because Eddie is a writer. So, if Eddie writes a bestseller, like an incredible book, and it's just selling off the charts, the money he would make from that would like maintain him.
Yeah.
Because the problem for Melissa is that she can't do a job.
Yeah.
But Eddie could put himself in a situation where he could write one book and never have to write anything again.
Yeah.
I just thought about that.
Yeah, but then obviously he would be ill.
He would die eventually, but he would solve his reliance on the drug.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I thought, I remember a point, basically when he borrows money, don't he? But before that, he's like gambling and winning everything because like he can count cards and stuff like that. And like, I just kind of thought, do you need to borrow 100,000?
Yeah.
When you can just count cards. That's when I was like,
Yeah. As well, speaking of borrowing money, he borrows the money off Gennady, and then he sort of he becomes a nuisance. He keeps turning up, wanting pills, and well, at first he wants money, then he wants pills. But I think, why didn't he just kill Gennady?
Yeah, I thought that.
Not only does it seem like the logical thing to do, but when he's on NZT and he's got all this intelligence, I don't think it'd be long before that sort of brain activity would come to the conclusion that this guy isn't going away.
Yeah, I've got to get rid of
him. He hires Eddie hires 2 bodyguards.
Yeah.
Why don't you just hire a hitman?
Yeah. True.
Like that.
Yeah.
Was,
got rid of him pretty quick.
I've put in my notes, just kill Gennady.
Simple as Eddie.
Yeah. What else I put? I think do you think Eddie's plan makes sense in the long run?
Not really, because obviously the point is that he's going to run out of pills. But
do you not think it is planned to wean himself off?
It is, but he suggested that at the end. But then at the end, he's not off it because his eyes are like dead blue.
Yeah, I mean, to me it sort of makes sense. Obviously at the end when he's adjusted the drug and sort of taken out the problems, then there's no reason not to take it.
Yeah.
But when it makes you ill, at least to me, I think...
Kind of makes sense, but I mean, it's also, there's no experience of people weaning off it. So essentially, what if... Because like, pretty much as soon as he didn't take it, he got ill. So how's he going to wean off it? Like take one every 2 days, something like that. Just be ill.
Yeah, because what he did was he started taking more. He started on 1 a day, and then when he got into the stock market, was on like 2 a day.
Yeah.
And I presume he'd been bumping it up. I don't think it was at the point of like 5 pills. I think that feels a bit ridiculous. I think you'd only ever need 2. But if he was on 2 a day, just cut it down to just take 1 out every week, basically.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I mean, you'd still sort of come crashing down.
Yeah.
Well, from going from 100% brain access to 20%.
Yeah.
You'd still drop like a stone, but...
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. So I suppose it gets to the point there where... it goes back, because it starts where Eddie's on the end of a building going to kill himself.
Yeah.
It goes back to that where again he comes into his apartment with like 2 dock-off bodyguards.
Yeah, Gennady has taken a similar path to Eddie.
Yeah.
And has sort of made himself a certain amount of money. I don't think as much as Eddie has.
Nah.
But he sort of promoted himself socially. He's wearing suits, got bodyguards.
Yeah. And just wants more pills, essentially.
Yeah.
And this is the point, basically. So that happens. Eddie's... What's he doing? Sawing the door off, whatever he's doing.
Yeah, Eddie...
not Eddie. Get Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie lives in a fortified flat at this point.
Yeah. And so they're coming in. He's on the edge of the building. Thinks to himself, maybe I've got a pill somewhere. Finds a pill. Drops the pill.
Yeah. Does he fall over or is he pushed?
I think he falls. I think they're coming through the door. He steps backwards and falls over a box.
Yeah.
And then drops down the thing. Yeah. So obviously, it would have been a bit too easy for the film to be like, oh, he just takes it and then he kills the bad guys. Like, I thought it was good that it was like a bit more tension, a bit more like not as obvious as that. And then gets pretty dark from there on, pretty much. Like,
yeah, momentarily. There's a sort of fight scene.
Yeah, Eddie's about to cut him up pretty severely. He says like he would have originally skinned him alive. He says a line that's quite good. He's like, "Don't worry, they're all sterile. I want to keep you alive for as long as I can during this."
Yeah,
you've got a front row seat.
Throughout the film, there's some good comedy, and there's a good bit with Kennedy there where he says, "Before I would have just said I'd peel your skin back."
Yeah.
And he says that he didn't know the word fillet.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, like, I had such a bad vocabulary.
Yeah.
Which is quite...
So then at that point, Gainer reveals that he's now injecting it into himself. Straight into the bloodstream, whatever. Turn of events. Eddie finds a knife, stabs him. So that happens. And then they're lying on the floor in a pool of blood. And Eddie just goes... Could be some in the blood, and just lopping up this blood. I mean, he injects it into his arm, and then the blood's like coming from his stomach or whatever. I don't know how quickly blood goes around your body and how evenly it spreads and stuff. But, he essentially gets a hint of it, and like
he just needs a bit.
Yeah, he just kind of
function.
So that happens, and he can. It's quite a longish fight scene with the bodyguards, really, because obviously they're these two massive. He's got to outsmart them rather than just like find a knife and kill them.
Lovely bit with the needle in the eye.
Oh, yeah. Needle straight in the eye.
One of the guards is blind in one eye.
Yeah.
Eddie lies on the floor pretending to be dead and then shoots a needle into the other eye.
And then that guy just shoots in randomly in mid-air for most of the thing. And eventually gets taken down by a grand piano.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I was thinking during that, how does he get away with that? And then he says it used to be owned by a drug lord or something like that.
Yeah, it was an arms dealer.
Yeah, so they just come back, which I don't know. I guess whatever.
Yeah, so then we sort of wind down a bit.
Cuts back. So it just cuts to the thingy, doesn't it? Him running for.
Yeah, a year
senator.
later.
Yeah, a year later. Eddie's running for a senator. Looking fine, dapper. You assume that he's got a supply or whatever.
Yeah.
At this point. And then Van Loon comes in, doesn't he? So at that point, Van Loon has gotten onto it. He knows that.
Yeah, he says he's
just bought the company.
He's changed business or something. He was in energy. Now he's going into
pharmacy.
Because he owns
a company that had the lab that ran NZT.
Yeah.
So he must be that. So he owns that. So he obviously got the upper hand there. He's saying he wants to do business with Eddie. What does he do? He says I know what you're doing. Like, what's your plan? Like, how long have you got till you run out and stuff like that? And then he says I've shut the lab down, so your supply's gonna run out.
And then Eddie reveals that he's got other labs.
Yeah, and that he's tweaked it. Which I don't know if you're supposed to believe that or not. I can't tell if it's like... I know, I kind of did, but I was like... I kind of thought... Well, he says to him that he's weaned himself off it, and he says, like, I've just retained some of the knowledge that I had. He says to... And then, obviously, then he's in the restaurant with his girlfriend, Lindy, is it? And then she's talking to him, and his eyes, like, sparkle the blue that the drug makes eyes go.
Yeah.
So you see he's still on it. So he's not weaned himself off it. But I don't know whether I'm supposed to believe that he tweaked it, or that he's just on it and he's just like, whatever.
I think it does.
It could be, yeah.
Because if we just take a step back here, so Atwood was the first person, well, not the first person, but he was on NZT. And he dies.
He does.
From
RIP. Atwood.
Withdrawal, basically. So this is where it gets a bit complicated in my head. So did Van Loon know this?
I don't think he did.
Because he could have actually killed Atwood here. Because if
Van Loon... Cut off the supply.
Yeah, if he cut off the supply on purpose.
But he was struggling before that, wasn't he? Before he owned the company. So I'm not sure.
So Atwood was on NZT. Turns out the guy that was following Eddie works for Atwood and was trying to get some NZT to save Atwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then... I mean, at the end there, Eddie shows some sort of superpower, like, knowledge with the bit with the car.
Yeah.
Like, and he sort of...
You can see it's
diagnoses Van Loon with some sort of heart problem.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how much that was a bit too far for me. I know obviously it's not a believable thing anyway, really, but it was a bit like... I don't know, a step too far out of like the believability for me when that happened. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
So then, the film ends with Eddie on his way to bigger and better things, basically.
Pretty much,
maybe president. This is where it comes back to his vision of that we don't know. We don't know what he wants.
Yeah.
But Van Loon himself says that he can go to president or wherever he wants.
Yeah.
So who knows what he went on to achieve?
Who knows? There's a series for this film. I don't know if this series carries on.
Yeah, I think it's a different guy. Yeah, it's a different idea. It's like, I think it's like the FBI trying to give it to people to make them like super spies or something. From what I've never seen it, but
yeah, I thought the film had quite good dialogue. I thought the scenes were good with like, well, De Niro's usually quite good in everything. In recent years his films haven't been great, but he's a good actor. Even if he's in bad films, he's a good actor. But I like the business dialogue and stuff where, like, especially when De Niro's saying, I just want to help you out. Obviously, he just cut off Eddie's supply of drugs and he's like, I just want to help you out. Sounded like, not political, but like businessman, manipulating, talking, stuff like that. It's never too in-depth and stuff like that, but it's quite well written, I think. And there's quite a few different stories happening, and it never gets like, oh, where's it gone? Like, what's happening here? It's like, each character
it's not
serves its purpose. No.
Yeah,
I think it's a good film. I like it.
Yeah. A few notes I have. Sort of indie type feel to this film. I don't know if you... The editing, graphics, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
quite
a bit more.
An indie sort of feel. As well, props to anybody that noticed in Van Loon's office. There's a Rothko painting on the back wall, big red and orange square.
Didn't notice that.
I think it's Mark Rothko did that. No, I just thought it would be interesting because I don't know if you know anything about Robert De Niro and art.
No.
His parents were artists. One of his parents was a artist in Europe, I think, and his parents were involved with Peggy Guggenheim, who was a sort of art magnate. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Guggenheim Museum.
No.
But she was sort of this... she was from a rich family, and in the 40s in Europe, around the time of the Second World War, she began collecting art from all these European artists, Picasso, loads of famous artists and things like that. And because they were all fleeing Europe at the time, trying to get to America, she bought all the art really cheaply and sort of stockpiled it in America and opened her own museum. Well, she started her own gallery at first, but eventually came to know basically every artist who's around at that time, and sort of lived this extraordinary life of going around buying art off, Picasso and all these different artists. And she bought or knew De Niro's parents when they went to America. So it would have been interesting if they put a piece of art done by De Niro's, I think it was his father was an artist in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, just a little tangent. Bit of art trivia for you there. As you know, I'm deeply...
We're testing you next week, so...
ready
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the film, pretty much. Rate the rating?
Yep, we'll do rate the ratings.
So it got 4.5 star, didn't it?
Yeah.
I give it a 9 out of 10. I'll rate that rating.
Yeah, I'd give it an 8, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was fair enough, fair rating, really. It's just a really, really good film, pretty much.
Yeah, the rating segment hasn't really got its 15 minutes of fame at the minute because every film we've watched, we've sort of agreed with the rating. Yeah. So it's going to take a wild film for the ratings to sort of throw anything off.
Because pretty much we're just saying, pretty 8 out of 10,
Yeah. So that was Limitless.
That's Limitless, yeah. If you watched it, or if you have watched it, let us know what you think about it. I guess we'll go on to pick the film for next week now. Ooh. Right, so we're going to start off by picking the rating this week. Dan's going to pick out the magic hat.
The pressure.
So, 3 possible ratings. Been 5 star the past 2 weeks.
It's a 4.
Never had a 4. Seeing as though there's been no 5 stars actually on Netflix, it's quite good to actually get a rating we should be able to. Right, so 4 star. So it should be good.
Now we're on to the genres.
Yeah. We're hoping for an action.
Yeah.
Sci-fi was quite a good pick, but we didn't actually get a sci-fi film. So,
yeah.
Come on. Here we are.
James picking this one.
Romance.
No.
Romance.
I think we're going to struggle. I don't think there's any romance rated. Oh, 4 star maybe.
4 star could be.
Yeah.
4 star romance.
The thing is, it could be alright.
It could be, because stuff like 500 Days of Summer, something of that ilk, light-hearted.
Yeah.
I won't mind that. So yeah, if you've seen the show before, you'll know, but we've got to pick 2 films each now, and then we're going to put them back in the hat, so we'll come back after we've done that. Right, so once again, basically there was only a couple of 4s, basically. So we've got as close as we can to the 4s. So like above 3.5 star, basically.
Yeah.
Both picked 2 films.
Can I just say prediction? We might have picked one of the same films.
I assume we have.
I'm just guessing. I've tried to pick. See, the thing is, I don't know if you've seen these films. One of them. One
I've seen, and one I've not seen. And
I think I know which one you've picked. But anyway,
right, pick it out. Is it yours?
I tell you what, picked It Happened One Night.
No, don't know it.
1934 film with Clark Gable.
Jesus.
I picked it. The one I think you picked, Annie Hall.
Yeah. One of my favourite films. Love that film.
Never seen it.
It's great.
Right, so It Happened One Night.
Yeah.
That's the pick.
Romantic, 1934. So, right, what we could have had, Clueless, which was your other pick, which I think I've seen some of it.
A good film. Young Paul Rudd.
Nothing wrong with a bit of Paul.
He's a good lad, Paul.
Then yeah, Annie Hall, one of my favourite films. And Boy Meets Girl, which was, I've never seen it before. It was the like the one that was 4 stars. I'll tell you the plot to this fucking thing. I can't remember what the guy's called, but it said like, for John, as a female living inside a man's body, it's hard for him to find love.
What?
Until Francesca turns along and shows him what true love can mean.
Until Francesca becomes Frank.
So that would have been fantastic. It didn't look British either. So.
Jesus.
So yeah, we're watching
a tough watch.
That yeah.
It Happened One Night.
It Happened One Night. Could be a classic.
Could be Clark Gable. He's brilliant.
Really stiff in his acting. Like classic 1930s style. But yeah, watch it next week. We'll be discussing it. Cool. We're going to move on to the chill section now. Yeah. Cool. Yep. Right, so we're on to the chill section of the podcast now.
We are indeed.
I'm guessing if you've listened to podcasts before, you know we just pick a different subject every week, basically, or a new like kind of game type thing to do. So this week, we're just discussing some songs that are in the charts at the moment. Well, specifically 5 songs in the charts at the moment that are the top of their own respective genres. So
yeah, this is your creation. So
yeah,
you're guiding the ship here.
Yeah, I'm the main man. I'm the captain. So we'll start off with what is. So I just went on I typed in UK charts and it was like the official thing. So don't have qualms with me if these songs are like.
I've got qualms
because. Yeah, right. So we'll just start. So this is number 1 in the pop charts at the moment, and that is it's Major Lazer with Cold Water featuring Justin Bieber, and I know you don't pronounce it Mo. Because she's Danish.
I'm calling it Mo.
And she's like, it's like, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's like an O with like a line through
slash
it.
through it, yeah.
I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's that. We'll call her Mo.
We'll call her Mo, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you want to start by what you think of this? Well, do you know who they are? Do you know who Major Lazer
are? Well, before this I didn't, but after typing it on Spotify, it looked like there were 3.
Yeah, so I think it is 3 people. I only one I know though is Diplo. I know that he's one member.
Right. Yeah, I know Diplo-ish. I know him personally.
He's just as a troll on Twitter, I'm pretty much.
So this song, the only person that I actually knew before typing this in was Justin Bieber, obviously.
Bieber Meister.
He's getting around the Bieb. He's getting around.
He is.
Being a knob.
He's... What? Yeah, well, I'll go into it in a bit, but...
So my thoughts on it... I like the synth on the chorus. I can't even remember the tune, in all honesty. But it was a nice little synth.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was fairly unremarkable.
Yeah. This to me was... This is the standard formula for like a big pop song at the moment, which is basically a ballad with like quite a light drop in brackets in the middle. You know what I mean? Ballad... And because of synth and this stuff. It's pretty much what Justin Bieber's new thing is. Like, because Jack U, they had a big song with Justin Bieber. And it's basically the same as that. And Major Lazer also had a big song with Mo. And it's basically the same as that.
Right.
So, if you're looking for a number 1 hit, I can tell you the formula straight away.
Yeah, so my favourite lyric. In each song I picked out a lyric that I just thought, if I take it out of context of the song... it will be funny. So the work for this one, honestly, I struggled. Sort of
pretty generic, isn't it?
Yeah,
pretty
very
non words, just like
yeah. So I just went with what I think is the first line of the song. Everybody gets high sometimes, you know.
You know.
So there's that.
Imagine, when he's writing it down, he's like, "Well, I've got his lyrics for the song. Everyone gets high sometimes." Looks up, you know. Just
you
look,
know?
you know. Just that look on his face. Yeah.
I don't know what your thoughts are on it being.
No, I don't like this sort of song genre. I don't really like it. But for me, Justin Bieber, like whoever his marketing team is, have been like killing it like the past year. Probably about a year and a half ago, he was like the laughing stock of everyone. He was like,
was it?
Pretty much, like everyone hated him, didn't they? Like everyone was.
Well, everyone hates him, but I don't know.
Yeah, but now they don't anymore. People are more likely to say they like him now.
Yeah, it became. It became cool to like Bieber.
He's gone from a dick to he's a dick, but he's got some good music, hasn't he? He's gone like in the past year.
Is it good music?
No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not. But like to a lot of people, he definitely is. And yeah, but I don't think Mo added anything on this track. She had that bridge at the end.
Was that a woman? Yeah.
Yeah, they had the bridge.
Yeah,
but she just kind of. I don't know what. She didn't need to be on there. She's not like a big enough name to be like, we've got to get her on it just to. But yeah, that was that one.
So right, just thinking it sort of ties into this, right? So, is Major Way that is three people, but as a whole, would you say they are a dick? Are they alright people? Are they dicks? What are they?
I think they're dicks. I mean, most DJs are dicks, aren't they? Pretty much. But most pop dubstep DJs are dicks, definitely.
Alright, so Justin Bieber's definitely a dick, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's definitely a dick.
So is Mo a dick?
By association, she is. She could just be a testicle. Just associating with a dick.
Right, so 3 dicks on a song, basically.
Pretty much.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Should we go on to the next one?
Yeah, so that was pop.
That was pop. This is the dance charts. But the dance charts, however, the lines are so blurred. So that was number 1 in the dance charts as well. So I thought we'd go for number 2, which is also featuring Justin Bieber. DJ Snake with Let Me Love You, which I hadn't heard before. I hadn't heard this one before.
No, none of these songs I'd ever heard before.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that one before. So my previous knowledge of DJ Snake was Turn Down for What? You know that song? Turn Down for What?
Yeah. Is that not Will John?
He's featuring on the track.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's DJ Snake's track. And he also helped produce Lean On with Major Lazer and Mo. So I think they're just like Illuminati in the charts at the moment. Just
they got that monopoly.
White boy Illuminati. But yeah, for me, it was. When I saw it, I could have guessed what it was, which was, like I said before, a ballad with like a bit of a drop halfway through. And I don't know if you've heard Lean On. Have you heard that song? No. That he helped produce. It's honestly somewhat like it's definitely the same synth sound. Like he's just like, I got number 1 with that. Yeah.
That's hot.
Same again. That's she. What did you think of it?
Well, this is where my knowledge of this realm sort of lacks. So on this track, it is like 90% Justin Bieber singing. So why is this not a Justin Bieber song?
I don't know, because
where's the line between featuring and it actually being your song?
Well, I guess that he's. This is from what I assume. DJ Snake's produced a song. I guess he's written the music, all the music, and just said, we need Justin Bieber on this to sing.
Jinky wrote the lyrics?
No. Oh, I think he got a writer in to write lyrics. But however, saying that, I think that's exactly how every single other Justin Bieber song's written. Someone else produces it, so why is that Justin Bieber's and why is that not?
Yeah, this is why I just don't understand
It's pretty much the same thing, but whoever... I don't know. I guess they fight for who like, it must be a bit of a... I reckon sometimes it's like a bit of a legal battle. Like, I want this on my album. Whatever.
So another question I have here is, I think in the description for this, I listen to all these on Spotify. think in the description to this was described as tropical.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So this to me sounds light and sort of summery and a bit sort of reggae. Reggae rhythms.
Yeah.
But is that tropical? Is that all we have to be to be tropical? Like, is that...
This is a qualm of mine. Another qualm. I'm using this word a couple of times now.
We've got bloody qualms all over the place, lad.
Right, so I'm not a big fan of the genre at all, but dancehall, obviously a big thing in Jamaica. This song is a dancehall song.
That's a genre?
Yeah, dancehall.
Right.
Yeah. Right, so it's like, that's what it is, dancehall. It's like a dance reggae kind of thing.
Mm.
But essentially when Justin Bieber and that started doing that sound, they didn't want it to be called dancehall anymore. We then started calling it tropical house.
Mm.
So it's these Jamaicans, they can have the dancehall.
Yeah.
But we want our own
white
boy dancehall sound. But I mean, once again, nothing like vapid lyrics, pretty much. I've got some quotes for lyrics on this one. These aren't my favourite lyrics, but I just wanted to read how like generic the statements are. On the edge of a knife. Never give up. Let me love you. Just 3. Just absolutely nothingness in there. Just slogans. Just political slogans from everywhere.
This is one of those cases to me where, you know, they say like the 3 most commonly used words in musical lyrics are like I, love, and you, or something.
Yeah.
Like, it seems to me like they just wrote those down and just picked other words out of a hat and were just like, I need you, I want you.
Yeah.
Like, just...
It was like they were searching what terms come up on Google the most and like just like put those lyrics in like Google Analytics for the lyrics.
Yeah, like for my favourite lyric I got driving the edge of a knife. Which makes no sense.
I know, yeah. What's he doing?
I mean, as well here, I should note that on the page I went to look up the lyrics on, there was like a questions at the side, like an FAQ section. And one of the questions was, does Justin Bieber use any literary devices in his lyrics? And it was like a Yahoo Answer thing where somebody just typed an answer.
Yeah.
And they were claiming that he used idioms and metaphors. And their evidence for that was the fact that I think he used smoke and mirrors in one bit. And something about the knife as well. Which I think is just lies. I don't think that... I mean, I doubt Justin Bieber actually wrote these lyrics.
That's what I mean. So... I mean, I guess he maybe used metaphors, but I doubt he was aware.
Yeah.
Like, if he did, he was just writing words.
Yeah, he used metaphors in the same way somebody uses adjectives to describe a pasty.
Yeah.
Like, it was tasty. Like, he didn't consciously do that. Like,
yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, to me, that the pop number 1 and the dance number 2 there were just the same song for me. It was just like...
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So
Sound of the summer.
Sound of summer. Oh. Lads, beer, girls, sun.
Beer garden, mates.
Yeah, I'm glad. Well, looking on DJ Snake, I hadn't heard that song before. He's got like hundreds of millions of plays on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I'd heard of none of the songs. Apart from Turn Down for What. That wasn't in the top 10. That was a jeez. Right, we'll go on to the rock.
Oh.
This is more your realm.
I mean, loosely, in the same way that, you know, pebbles are rocks.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. We grew up on a lot of rock music, I'd say. So, but then we ventured out our own ways. So, number 1, Sabaton with The Last Stand.
Which I'm guessing was just released. That's why it's number 1.
Yeah, it must have been like...
It was released in 2016, the album.
Yeah.
So.
It must have been like some sort of glitch in the chart where like the Spotify button got caught. Like
it's rigged.
Yeah, because this is, I mean, power metal, I guess. That's...
Yeah, historical power metal.
Niche. Because I thought rock charts, right, Biffy Clyro's just got an album out.
Yeah.
Bands like that. I mean, Biffy Clyro number 2, actually. But... So I was close.
Are Kings of Leon still going?
Yeah, exactly. Just I was like, where are these generic bands coming? And then, so we turned it on. It was Power Metal. I was like, shit, I ain't heard this since Herman Lee. Since Herman Lee was killing it.
Jesus.
I didn't know it was popular since Guitar Hero. So the Guitar Hero series went downhill.
This is going to be the new for the Through the Fire and Flames or whatever.
Yeah. So what were your first opinions?
So, having heard of Sabaton, but never actually having listened to Sabaton.
Yeah.
I think I probably had heard them somewhere, because if you've heard one power metal band, you've probably heard all.
Yeah.
Initially, I was struck by the religious nature of this song, looking at the lyrics. I mean, I don't know whether Sabaton are actually a religious band.
No.
Or whether it was just
historical, therefore.
This religious subject,
yeah.
called for it, or whatever. I mean, what a chorus! That is a power metal chorus. That has me yodeling from the hills, I assure you.
When he first said, "For the grace and might of the Lord," I was just laughing. I was just sitting there.
Jesus, this is a classic. So yeah, I mean, it's just pure.
Yeah,
because I don't know whether they're pushing the religious thing or whether they're just using that to make it single one.
Yeah, because I don't know whether it was. I didn't get a specific battle from this.
Yeah, I mean, the lyric I wrote down was just it was 1527.
Oh, that year.
So then the later mentioned something about the Swiss Guard.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and I don't know any major conflicts that were going on with the Swiss Guard in 1527. So I don't know whether they're just unconnected or whether that is
just one thing I love about this song, or just love about the genre in general, is just that it's just how serious they are and how funny I find it. Just the parallel of just like just ridiculous. The music's just so ridiculous, but it's just funny.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So the solo comes in. Classic Queen solo. And then I was like, right, back to the chorus. The keys. The keys come in. I just wrote down them fucking keys. And then I love the bit, there's like a chorus, and then he just shouts in the name of the Lord. It goes for about 5 seconds. And then there's a key change at the end. And it just...
Yeah, we go up a tone, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, it was
enjoyment
funny.
factor was up.
I was both laughing with both sadness and happiness at the same time. It was a bizarre experience.
Yeah, that was funny. Have you got a favourite lyric? Have you said your favourite lyric?
Yeah, it was 1527, which I keep having to check to make sure I get the right date. Which I think they rhymed with heaven. 7 heaven, I guess.
7 heaven. Ring of Fire. Yeah, what's the next one?
Yep.
Hip hop charts. I had to find a different website for this. But this is some sort of chart number 1. So this is, I have a problem with the credits as much as I do with the song, really, right? So Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa and Imagine Dragons with Sucker for Pain, brackets, with Logic, Ty Dolla $ign and Ex-Ambassador.
Right. Do you want me to tell you how many of those I know?
Yeah, go. Start with that.
Give me the first.
So Lil
name.
Wayne.
Yeah, I know.
Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, I've heard them.
Logic.
Nope.
Don't feel know him. Ty Dolla $ign.
Nope.
Ty Dolla $ign, by the way, it's Ty Dollar and sign, but the S is a $sign. Yo. And Ex-Ambassador, who I hadn't heard of.
No.
Right.
Got half of those.
So my problem for this is, why is it Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa, Imagine Dragons song, but not Logic, Ty Dolla $ign and Ex-Ambassador song?
What does Logic do on this track?
He's a rapper.
Does he rap?
Yeah. Ty Dolla $ign is the singer, the first, not the first singer, but the first verse. He might be the first singer, actually. And then Ex-Ambassador, I don't know, but I think they helped produce it.
Well, I guess if you're Ex-Ambassador...
Yeah, that's fair enough for them.
Yeah.
But the two... But then Lil Wayne and Wiz Khalifa, I guess it's the how big the names are, probably.
Yeah, I think maybe they're just using the big names to sell the song.
Yeah.
And it doesn't reflect the contribution made.
So when I first saw it, I have heard the song before, but the warning signs for me of any track, one, featuring Wiz Khalifa. Jesus Christ. What is this guy? How is this guy making money off music? Jesus Christ. Imagine Dragons, they're just really like, I don't know, like a pop folk rock band thing. I'm just like, nah.
They got big off that. I think it was a Legal Legends song or something. They did music for... I think it was Legal Legends.
And then Lil Wayne, like post 2009 for me, is just a bag of codeine with dreads. It's just... but yeah, this is my sort of more my realm of stuff at the moment, really. So I'll start off like Ty Dolla $ign. I like some of his music. I quite liked his. He had the first verse. He's a singer rapper kind of thing. He's got a good voice, I think. I don't know if you notice which one. Well, you might not know which one he is. He's the one. I thought it was quite a good lyric, because problem for me with this song was that some people were referencing the film, which is from Suicide Squad, in it, and some people were just rapping as themselves. So I was like, was there no like talking about this is for the film? That's like thingy. Ty Dolla $ign says, "Got the squad tatted on me from my neck to my ankles," which is kind of himself. He does have tattoos everywhere, but also like the squad, Suicide Squad, whatever. So I was like, fair play. I'll give you that. Logic was corny as ever. I like some of his songs, but it was pretty lame. Lil Wayne, I thought Lil Wayne was quite good.
Was he?
I thought he was quite good. He's been bad, like terrible. Past few years have been terrible, but I thought he had got into character quite a bit. I quite the alliteration on "might choke like I chewed on a bunch of charcoal." There's three ch's there. Yeah, and then Wiz Khalifa was just terrible, just awful. It was just like a wet fart on a track. I mean, I have a personal vendetta against him just for but he was awful. What did you think?
Right, so yeah, I mean this is a problem for me, because I know what Lil Wayne looks like. I don't know what Wiz Khalifa looks like.
He looks like catfish.
Again, not really helping there. So my favourite lyric, I think it was Lil Wayne, "Naked in the North Pole."
I think that was him,
yeah. Just a great piece of literature there. So yeah, like the thing for me, I guess, is like, is this good rapping? Like, I don't know.
Not really.
I don't know whether these people are considered good rappers.
They're very popular rappers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know they're popular, but I mean, like, is this good? Like, because that's the thing. I don't want to say like, oh, I really like this.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, a lot of people like it. It's not my cup of tea in the genre, but I mean, I imagine if you like Eminem, you'll probably like this.
Yeah,
that's kind of a diss to those fans, but
yeah, I mean the verses. Obviously, I could tell it was a different person.
Yeah.
But I didn't really rank them. I was just sort of...
Yeah.
They just sort of did it, really.
Yeah, they weren't... You could kind of tell it was for a film in the fact that none of them were that bothered, but they weren't, like, trying to do anything, like... They just kind of raps.
Yeah. So... Was it me who did Imagine Dragons sing, like, 2 lines in this?
Yeah, just the chorus, I think.
Yeah. So what's that?
I know, yeah. Yeah, but they're on the official track title, like they're...
Yeah,
I was a bit... Yeah. Yeah, so that's number 1 hip-hop charts. R&B.
Oh, God, I'll tell you.
You don't like it? I love a bit of Drizzy. Drake, one dance this is, by the way. He's my boy.
I've got some questions for you.
Go on, hit me.
Oh, God. I mean... Is he using autotune?
There'll be some autotune on there, but it's not like as obvious as other people. But
do you not think he sounds a bit like a robot?
Yeah, he does. Because he's a pop album. But
like to context here, I've heard of Drake. I don't think I've ever actually known that I've listened to one of his songs. So I may have listened inadvertently to one of his songs. I know the ladies love him. And clearly you love him.
Well, just I think because he is a rapper and a singer, so you might have heard him rap, but you might not have heard him sing, or vice versa. So,
yeah, I mean,
just not for you. This is a dancehall.
I thought this was the worst song, honestly.
Jeez,
Drake seems to me like there's. I don't want to use the word poser. But is this guy, like, tough?
No. He ain't tough.
But do you not think he...
No.
Do you think he tries to be?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does try to be. Drake, I'm a fan of his music. Drake is attempts to be a chameleon. So basically, I mean, I wrote some stuff down of, like, what his team and, like, his scope of his audience and what he's, like, done to be so popular, right? So on this track, this is for the ladies, but it's also for the guys as well, right? So Drake's like scope for the girls is this, right? Drake's thing is like he wants to save these girls. He wants to be like,
I'm the guy that will treat you right.
You. Yeah, like that's what he does, and then also emotional, but also bit of a dick. Girls like that. Girls like a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
And to the lads, being a bit of a dick to girls, so lads are like, oh, hey, yeah, go on, Drake.
Give her one for me, love.
But then also being emotionally hurt by girls. So lads are like, oh, shit.
For the breakup.
Shit. Yeah, damn.
Getting a whole emotional roller coaster.
Exactly. And then, so basically he's rapping and he's just singing, so he's got both there. But he also, sneakily, I don't know, because there's been a lot of controversy around whether he writes his own lyrics or not lately. I don't know if you knew that. I think general consensus is that he doesn't write all of them, but he writes some of them, basically.
Right.
But there's stuff like he references modern culture a lot, and the young people are loving it. They're loving that at the moment, right? He says on one of his tracks, all this grey in our conversation history, always like on an iPhone, it'd be just her texting him or whatever. So lads are like, girls texting me, you know what I mean?
On that Tinder game, you know.
But yeah, I mean, he's like, his scope is pretty amazing. But yeah, he does, like, he wants to be a tough guy, then he wants to be singing to the girls. Then he's hanging around with, like, people in the grime scene, and then he's, like, with pop with Rihanna, and then he's, like, in Jamaica or something. He's just, you know, I mean, business it. That's what he's doing, pretty much, like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's doing very well, but the whole, like, image thing, this guy seems to me like a trust fund rapper.
Yeah, he used to be an actor.
Did this guy actually, like, come from the streets?
Nah,
like,
he didn't. He's from Toronto.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
he was a child actor, so... Well, teenage actor, same thing.
The lyric I wrote down was just, streets not safe.
Streets not safe.
And
but I never
to remind myself to question whether he's actually from the streets.
Yeah. We know it's like, see, that's another point. See, he says, he says, strength and guidance, all that I'm wishing for my friends. Right? That's for the lads. He also says, nobody makes it from my ends. And that was basically, ends, obviously a British slang, like in London. Yeah. That was just so everyone in London went, oh,
he's from round our end. He's from round our end. Yeah,
it was such an obvious, like, ends. It was just like, that word, it was like, trigger word, like, triggered, ends.
Oh, God.
But, I mean, I really like the song anyway. But that lyric, strength and guidance, all that I'm wishing for my friends, I just wrote down that a teenager's saying that, staring at a Bob Marley poster somewhere, saying, like, strength and guidance.
This is like everything you say when you're like 14, 15 in one song. You're like, fuck girls, oh no, I need a girlfriend, fuck lads, all this gossip shit, oh, I'm going out with the lads on Saturday. Like,
that's what he is. He is that walking contradiction, and that's why everyone loves it.
I can't stand that.
Including me. But I really like it. It's not the best song of his new album, but I know you didn't like it.
I mean, was this song not just about having sex?
Brilliant.
Throughout the whole of it, there was some guy shouting like something about grinding or something, and then it's like, oh wait, and it's like, where do you want it and stuff, and
what track's that?
This one.
Is it?
Yeah. There's some guy going like,
oh yeah.
There's a woman Yeah. And she's saying, she's
that's
going,
a sample,
where, or something for like a few lines. And then there's a guy and he's like, my girl, she's steady on grinding or something.
I can't remember.
I'm sure it was this one. Because it wasn't the previous one.
It could have been. But I can't remember.
Like, but this reminded me of just like R. Kelly. Like, you know what
what happened to R. Kelly?
It just reminded me of that, really.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, I didn't expect it to like this, so no. I'm not gonna argue with that.
Yeah, I mean, the whole sort of the way I looked at it and what I got from it was just like guy who's not tough, trying to be tough, trying to. Yeah, I mean, sort of like you're saying, like chameleon, like trying to be everything, but he's like none of that.
Yeah.
And obviously, you've got your obligatory sexual references thrown in there for good measure.
R&B.
Get them bodies moving. Whatever. I don't
be a great
know
DJ.
what they do.
Get them bodies moving.
Silence on the dance floor. Get them arses moving.
Yeah, so that was top 5. Well, not top 5. Top of several genres. Did you feel enlightened after hearing these new tracks?
Well, I feel like I know a bit more about like Drake and that sort of thing. But I knew about Tropical House. I knew like Tropical's the big thing at the moment.
Yeah.
But I don't really say I'll be listening to any of these.
That's the thing. I mean, apart from the Drake one, I wouldn't listen to any of these.
I don't think I'll listen to any of them.
I've not got the new Sabaton Sabaton album.
Yeah.
Just got the patch on my leather vest.
I just bought a Harley, so just...
Well, yeah. There you go. That's the end of the chill section.
Alright, so next week, both of us are guitarists, sort of one for the guitarists out there.
Yeah.
I'm setting James the challenge, and myself, of coming up with one guitar. Do you want to do 3 or 4 pedals?
Do 4.
4 pedals and 1 amp, and that's it. You got that for
cab and head.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do a combo, like you have a combo. But if you want to do a thingy, and you can go as deep into it as you want. Like, I don't know whether you want to do pickups or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, 4 pedals. You can't have. I won't let you have like a multi effects, like a Boss ME50 or whatever. But you can have like 2-in-1 pedals. But I won't.
And that counts as 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's got 2 pedals on it, it counts as 1.
Alright. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay.
Alright.
I accept the challenge. Cool.
Right.
Yeah. See you next week.
Yep. Have a good week.